no evaluation has been undertaken of the extent of deregulation in our key export markets, which may also differ by industry sector, say kiwi fruit or dairy. Have MB or MFAT undertaken this evaluation?
I wouldn't know for sure, although if you look at the regulatory impact statements from these different regulators, they're pretty vague on that, and sometimes they say they anticipate significant problems, which should be canvassed prior to adoption of the law. The Food Standards Australia New Zealand has done a global look at asynchronous changes in regulations around the world. So they've put together, and we reproduced this in our submission, they put together a table that shows all the countries who have made changes and all the countries who are talking about making changes, which this government has conveniently lumped into one number to suggest that lots of countries have changed, which isn't quite right, because anybody who's only talking about it may not change. But when you drill down more deeply, there's lots of differences around the world in what changes are both being discussed or have been made. Most countries, there's only 2 countries in the world that haven't required a verification step. That is, that you prove that the organism you want to put in the environment is the organism you said you made prior to release into the environment. Only 2 countries, and those are Australia and Canada. But Canada only allows this for plants, so that's already different. Whereas Australia allows it for all kinds of organisms, it doesn't allow it for all kinds of processes, as you mentioned in your introduction, that New Zealand would. So we would leapfrog Australia as the most radically deregulated country in the world. Even the UK, though, who has left the EU, have made changes only to plants and animals, not to microorganisms. So they have taken a step back even from Australia's extreme position.